The mirror question: what has comfort already taken from you? Ask yourself, what has comfort already stolen from you? What dreams did you delay because you wanted to feel safe? What opportunities passed you by while you told yourself not yet? What version of you could exist right now if you had faced the discomfort, instead of hiding from it? Be honest. You know there's something you've let slip. The project you didn't start. The words you didn't say. The risk you didn't take. Comfort made you believe you could come back to it later. But later never comes. Look in the mirror. What's gone because you waited too long? The final warning: comfort doesn't kill quickly. It kills quietly. Comfort doesn't destroy your life in one blow. It does it slowly, quietly, invisibly. It doesn't scream. It whispers. It doesn't take your life. It drains it drop by drop until you can't remember what living even felt like. That's the danger. Comfort doesn't kill quickly. It kills quietly. Pain is the path to growth. The two teachers, comfort and pain. There are two teachers in life, comfort and pain. Comfort teaches you nothing. Pain teaches you everything. Comfort keeps you soft. Pain makes you sharp. Comfort says rest. Pain says rise. Both shape you, but only one transforms you. Every person you admire, every story of strength and success began with someone who chose the harder road. Pain is not your punishment. It's your instructor. It teaches patience, focus, humility, and strength. Comfort teaches avoidance. Pain teaches purpose. If you keep running from one, you'll never meet the other. The lie of ease. Why growth never feels good. We've been told that growth feels exciting, that progress feels great. But that's not true. Real growth feels uncomfortable. It feels like sweat, confusion, and resistance. It's the early mornings when you don't want to get up. The failures that sting. The setbacks that make you question yourself. That's growth. It doesn't look pretty while it's happening. Think of lifting weights. The muscle only grows when it tears. The same is true for your life. Ease might feel nice, but it builds nothing. Struggle feels hard, but it builds everything. Ease is empty. Struggle is sacred. The resistance principle. Muscles, mindsets, and meaning. Every form of growth comes through resistance. You lift weights to grow muscle. You study challenges to grow skill. You face rejection to grow resilience. Pain isn't punishment. It's proof that you're working against resistance. Muscles don't grow from comfort. They grow from strain. The same applies to your mindset. When life pushes against you, it's not stopping you, it's shaping you. Resistance builds meaning. It gives strength to your story. Every setback, every struggle, every ounce of pressure is part of your training. Don't curse the resistance. It's building the version of you you've been asking for. The pain paradox. The harder it feels, the closer you are. The moment you want to quit is often the moment you're closest to a breakthrough. Pain feels like a signal to stop, but it's really a sign you're near change. That's the paradox. The hardest moment is the one right before progress. Pain sharpens you. Pain shows you. Pain shapes you. Every time you endure, you strengthen the muscle of your spirit. Don't let the pressure fool you into thinking you're far. It's proof that you're getting close. Growth always feels like pain before it feels like power. The reframe. Stop running from pain. Start running toward progress. You've been told to avoid pain, to stay away from anything that hurts. But pain isn't your enemy. It's your guide. Pain means you're growing. Pain means you're alive. Stop running from it. Start learning from it. When something hurts, ask what it's teaching you. Maybe it's teaching patience. Maybe it's teaching strength. Maybe it's showing you who you really are. Pain isn't punishment. It's preparation. The moment you stop fighting it and start respecting it, everything changes. You stop breaking down. You start breaking through. The furnace of greatness. What pain creates that comfort never will. Pain is the furnace that forges greatness. Fire doesn't destroy gold. It purifies it. The same is true for people. Pain burns away weakness, fear, and doubt until all that's left is truth. Every story of strength comes from struggle. Athletes who train through exhaustion. Leaders who rise after loss. People who rebuild after being broken. They all faced pain. And they all grew through it. Comfort never creates that kind of strength. Only fire does. If you want peace later, Embrace pain now. Because pain, when faced, becomes power. The illusion of balance. The myth you've been sold. Balance is not the goal. You don't need balance. You need priorities. That's not what you're told though. You're told to chase balance. As if life were a perfectly leveled scale where everything fits neatly. Work, health, relationships, rest. But that myth kills more ambition than failure ever will. Balance has become the modern excuse for mediocrity. A polite way to say, I don't want to push myself. The truth, no one who built something meaningful lived in balance. They lived in focus, they chose what mattered most, and they gave it everything. Balance sounds noble, but often it's just fear dressed in self-care. You don't need balance to move forward. You need direction. The comfort disguise. When balance becomes avoidance, people use balance, the same way they use comfort, to justify staying where they are. I'm just trying to find balance often means, I don't want to struggle. It's avoidance disguised as wisdom. Real balance isn't about equal time. It's about aligned priorities. There's a difference between being centered and being comfortable. Alignment takes effort. Comfort takes excuses. The problem isn't that people are too busy. It's that they're busy protecting their comfort zones and calling it balance. The double standard. Everyone wants results without the sacrifice. Everyone wants the reward. No one wants the grind. People want six-pack abs and Netflix nights. They want financial freedom without financial discipline. They want purpose without pain. They want to feel inspired without being inconvenienced. But success doesn't work on your comfort schedule. You can't balance your way to excellence. You can't keep one foot in comfort and one foot in greatness. The gap is too wide. You have to decide which side you're willing to stand on. Every dream demands payment and discomfort, discipline, and patience. The reason most people never get what they want isn't because they don't know how. It's because they never stay uncomfortable long enough to earn it. The real meaning of balance. Moving while adjusting. Balance isn't standing still. It's adjusting while moving forward. Think of a tightrope walker. Balance isn't calm or stillness. It's constant micro-correction. Momentum keeps them alive. That's the truth of life. Balance isn't a state, it's a skill. You don't find balance by stopping. You find it by moving, by adjusting, by learning to recover faster when things tilt. Real balance doesn't mean everything's easy. It means you've learned to stay steady while it's hard. It's not comfort that keeps you balanced. It's adaptability. So stop waiting for things to feel right. Move forward and adjust as you go. The earned equation. Grind first, rest later. There are seasons of grind and seasons of rest, but comfort wants every season to feel easy. That's not balance. That's delusion. Rest means something only when it's earned. You can't skip the grind and expect the peace. The farmer doesn't rest in planting season. The athlete doesn't rest before the game. There's a rhythm to growth. Effort first, ease after. You can rest later. But right now, the work needs you away. The truth about success and peace. If you chase balance before you earn it, you'll never have either success or peace. True peace isn't found in balance. It's found in knowing you gave everything you had. The turning point, choosing discomfort. The mirror moment. How long will you keep hiding behind comfort? So here's the question. How long will you keep hiding behind comfort? How long will you keep telling yourself later, like it's a plan instead of a delay? You already know what you want, but you keep settling for what's easy. You've built a life that feels safe but not alive. Every time you choose comfort, you trade a piece of your potential for a moment of ease. Deep down, you feel it. That quiet guilt that whispers, you could be doing more. The mirror doesn't lie. It reflects the truth you've been avoiding. You're not stuck. You're just comfortable. The internal battle. You know what you want. So why aren't you moving? You know what you want. You know what it takes. You know what's stopping you. It's not lack of time, not lack of knowledge. It's lack of courage. You already know the work required. You know the habits that will change everything. But comfort talks you out of it every time. It tells you to wait for motivation, to start when you feel ready. Because the truth is you're not waiting for the right moment. You're avoiding the hard one. Growth doesn't wait for readiness. It demands action. You're not confused. You're hesitant. And hesitation is just fear pretending to think things through. The moment of ownership. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to save you. It's you. That realization can feel heavy or it can set you free. Because when you stop waiting for help, you start becoming unstoppable. The world doesn't owe you drive, opportunity or motivation. It only responds to motion. The moment you take full ownership, When you stop blaming, stop waiting, stop explaining, that's when everything changes. Ownership is freedom. It's the shift from I wish to I. The poison and the cure are comfort versus discomfort. Comfort is the slow poison. Discomfort is the antidote. Comfort kills ambition softly, not through pain but through ease. It numbs you into thinking you're fine while your hunger fades. Discomfort though wakes you up. It shakes you, stretches you, rebuilds you. Every breakthrough, every transformation, every rebirth starts in discomfort. The pain of discipline, the sting of rejection, the grind of repetition, that's where you're reborn. Comfort is the poison that keeps you asleep. Discomfort is the medicine that brings you back to life. The call to action: start small, move fast, stay consistent. You don't need to overhaul your life in one day. You just need to start today. Start small, move fast, stay consistent. Wake up earlier, do the thing you've been avoiding, send the message, take the risk, build momentum. The discomfort won't kill you. It'll grow you. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to move while afraid. Success isn't about doing it all. It's about doing something and not stopping. Consistency will take you further than confidence ever will. The door to the life you want. Walk through discomfort. The life you want is waiting, but not here, not in comfort. It's on the other side of fear, fatigue, and frustration. The only way out is through. Discomfort is the door, and no one can walk through it but you. The longer you wait, the heavier that door becomes. So don't wait, don't think, move. The life you want doesn't need permission, it needs action. Step 3. Action Blueprint. Living beyond comfort. From awareness to action. It's time to stop talking and start moving. It's time to stop talking about change and start living it. Motivation fades, but movement builds momentum. You don't need another speech, another plan, or another perfect time. You need to move now, because every day you wait, comfort tightens its grip. You don't need more time, you need more truth. And the truth is this: you already know what to do. The question is, will you do it? This is where inspiration ends and action begins. Let's break it down. The steps that move you from knowing better to becoming better. Step 1. Awareness. See where comfort owns you. Change starts with honesty. You can't escape what you refuse to see. So ask yourself, where does comfort control you? Where are you choosing easy over growth? Maybe it's that extra hour of sleep. Maybe it's that dream you keep calling someday. Comfort hides in the small choices, the ones that feel harmless, but steal your edge. Awareness is the flashlight that exposes the quiet corners of your life, where comfort lives rent-free. Don't look away from what hurts to admit. Face it head on. You can't change what you won't confront, and you can't rise above what you refuse to recognize. Step 2. Discipline. Build habits that hurt now but heal later. Discipline is the bridge between wanting and becoming. It's what separates the talkers from the doers. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel, it asks if you're ready. It's waking up when you're tired, showing up when it's hard, and staying in the fight when comfort tells you to quit. Discipline hurts now, but it heals later. It sharpens your focus, strengthens your will, and silences the excuses that hold you back. Do it tired, do it scared, do it anyway. That's how you build strength that lasts. Not through comfort but through consistency. Because comfort gives you nothing, discipline gives you everything. Step 3. Expansion. Seek what challenges you. Growth doesn't happen in the familiar. It lives in the places that scare you. The moment you stop avoiding the hard things, you start becoming who you're meant to be. Expansion means seeking resistance, chasing what stretches you, and walking toward what makes you uncomfortable. Take the risk. Try the new thing. Speak up when your voice shakes. Every fear you face adds another layer to your strength. Your next level is hiding in what you avoid. The unknown isn't your enemy, it's your training ground. Because the more you expand your limits, the smaller your comfort zone becomes. That's how you evolve, not by playing it safe, but by playing for growth. Step 4. Reflection. Measure growth, not comfort. Don't measure your life by how easy it feels. Measure it by how much you've grown. Reflection isn't about regret, it's about recalibration. Look back not to judge, but to learn. Ask yourself, am I stronger? Am I braver? Am I moving closer to the person I said I'd become? Growth isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet pride of knowing you didn't quit. If it still feels comfortable, you're not done growing. The core truth: you owe it to yourself to rise. No one owes you growth. You owe it to yourself, because the goal isn't to escape discomfort, it's to outgrow it. Final push, the challenge to rise, the final wake-up call. Will you sleep or stand? This is it. Your final wake-up call. Will you keep sleeping in comfort, or will you wake up in purpose? Will you settle for easy, or rise for extraordinary? You've heard enough. You've felt enough. Now it's time to decide. The world doesn't change for those who wait. It changes for those who rise.
Don't let comfort keep writing your story. Stand up, move forward, begin again. For real this time. The ultimate choice, life or comfort. Every day you make a choice, life or comfort. One gives you growth, the other takes it away. Comfort is your silent killer. It won't ruin you suddenly, it will fade you slowly. But today, you get to choose differently. You get to choose life, the kind that's messy, challenging, and alive. Don't trade your fire for ease. Don't trade your purpose for peace. Choose the harder path, because that's the one that leads somewhere worth going. The final command, choose discomfort, choose growth, choose greatness, choose discomfort, choose growth, choose greatness. Not tomorrow, not when you're ready, not because the life you want won't wait forever, and neither should you.
Comfort is killing you, and you don't even know it. Comfort feels harmless, doesn't it? It feels safe, warm, familiar. Like a blanket you never want to take off. But here's the truth. Comfort is not your friend. It's the quiet killer of potential. It doesn't strike fast. It works slow. It keeps you still while life moves on without you. You think you're resting, but you're actually rusting. Every time you choose what's easy, you weaken your edge. You lose the hunger that once made you dream big. Let me tell you something. Comfort doesn't protect you. It sedates you. It whispers, "You're fine," while slowly stealing your drive. Wake up. You're not fine. You're fading. The illusion of safety, how comfort disguises decay. Comfort sells the lie of safety. It tells you that standing still means you're secure. But that's the trick. You're never standing still. You're either moving forward or slipping backward. Comfort doesn't build walls to protect you. It builds walls to trap you. It gives you peace today, at the cost of purpose tomorrow. You think you're avoiding danger, but you're avoiding growth. Picture it. A person sinking in quicksand while smiling, thinking they're safe because they've stopped moving. That's what comfort does. It feels peaceful while it quietly pulls you under. The silent drift. Every day you stay still, you fall behind. Every day you stay still, the world moves on without you. Every day you hesitate, someone else pushes forward. You think standing still is neutral, but it's not. It's decline. Comfort convinces you that delay is harmless, but delay is decay. You hit snooze once and it becomes twice. You skip one challenge, and soon you skip them all. You stop chasing what matters, and before you know it, you forget why you ever cared. That's how decline works. Not in one big crash, but in quiet daily choices. Every "I'll start tomorrow" is another day lost. Every "I'm fine here" is another step behind. Stop drifting. Start moving. The question that changes everything. When did you last feel alive? Ask yourself, when was the last time you felt truly alive? When was the last time your heart raced, not from fear but from excitement? When did you last do something that made you question what you're capable of? Be honest. When did life last shake you instead of numb you? Most people can't answer that, because they've been asleep with their eyes open. They've traded passion for comfort, energy for ease, purpose for predictability. The fire that once burned in them is now a flicker, barely alive under the weight of routine. But that spark, it's still there waiting for you to wake it up. The battle between comfort and purpose. Comfort and purpose are enemies. They cannot live in the same space. One feeds your fears, the other feeds your fire. Comfort wants you quiet. Purpose wants you alive. Comfort says stay here, it's safe. Purpose says move forward, it's worth it. You can't serve both. You can't chase growth while clinging to ease. It's like trying to sleep while the alarm clock is ringing. One will always win. The question is, which one will you listen to? If you keep choosing comfort, don't expect purpose to stay. Purpose doesn't wait for the hesitant. It rewards the bold. The wake-up challenge. Stop feeling good. Start getting receptive. This isn't about feeling inspired. It's about getting honest. Stop chasing what feels good and start doing what's real. Stop waiting for the right time. It's now. Stop pretending you're fine. You're not here to settle. You're here to rise. So take this as your wake-up call. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. Wake up, your life is waiting. 1. The sweet poison. How comfort feels good while it destroys you. Comfort is a sweet poison. It tastes good, it feels right, it's smooth going down, but make no mistake, it's killing your hunger. It tricks you into thinking peace means progress. You tell yourself you're resting, recovering, being patient, but deep down you're just avoiding the climb. Comfort isn't peace, It's paralysis, dressed up as safety. It's the soft pillow that smothers your fire. It whispers, "You've earned it," while quietly draining your edge, your ambition, your fight. The more you give in, the weaker you become. The scariest part, you won't feel the damage until it's too late. Comfort never shouts. It lulls. It doesn't crash your life. It slows it down until you can't tell the difference between living and drifting. The mask of peace. Comfort isn't calm. It's control. Comfort wears a mask. It pretends to be calm, peaceful, and harmless. But it's not calm. It's control. It keeps you right where you are. It doesn't want you to risk, to reach, to rise. It says you're fine. Don't push it. Every time you think about trying something new, real peace comes from discipline, from earning your rest after effort. Comfort, on the other hand, is fake peace. It's the calm of avoidance, not fulfillment. It's the stillness that comes from giving up. And the longer you stay there, the more it owns your decisions, your days, your destiny. The world that worships easy, society's addiction to soft living. We live in a world addicted to ease. We celebrate shortcuts. We glorify life hacks. We build apps to save seconds, machines to save effort, and excuses to save pride. We've built a culture where convenience is king, and the price is our character. Let me tell you something. We've mistaken comfort for progress. We scroll instead of learn. We consume instead of create. We chase likes instead of purpose. It's not technology's fault. It's ours. We've made comfort a lifestyle, not a reward. We serve it like a drug, always craving the next dose of easy. But every time we choose ease over effort, we lose a little more of who we could have been. The invisible chains, how comfort paralyzes progress. Comfort is a cage without bars. You can't see it, but you feel it every day. It's in that alarm you hit snooze on. It's in the task you keep saying you'll start tomorrow. It's in the idea you never chase because it's not the right time. Comfort creates invisible chains. They're soft, but they're strong. You don't notice them tightening, but they do. Every time you take the easy route, those chains pull you back a little more. You start believing that comfort is control, but it's not. It's the slow erosion of your potential. It steals your hunger, your creativity, your courage. It convinces you that standing still is safe. But the truth is, nothing dies faster than unused talent. The discomfort paradox. Why pain builds what comfort breaks. Here's the paradox. Everything you want is on the other side of discomfort. Every great invention, every powerful idea, every transformation was born from pain, not ease. Muscles don't grow in comfort. Skills don't sharpen without friction. Minds don't expand without struggle. Think about it. A diamond is just coal that refused to stay comfortable. The person who dares to step into discomfort learns faster, grows stronger, and sees further. Discomfort breaks fear apart piece by piece, while comfort builds fear brick by brick. You don't have to love pain, you just have to understand it's your teacher. Discomfort isn't your enemy, it's your entry point to strength. Comfort breaks what discomfort builds. The reality check: comfort doesn't love you, it owns you. Let me tell you something. Comfort doesn't care about your dream. It doesn't care about your potential, your goals, or your purpose. It only cares about one thing: keeping you quiet. It wants you calm, predictable, easy to control. Comfort doesn't love you. It owns you. And as long as you let it, it will keep you stuck in the same routine, the same excuses, the same small circle of good enough. You have to decide, are you going to keep being owned by comfort, or will you finally walk free into challenge, pain, and growth? Because the truth is, you can't serve comfort and chase greatness at the same time. The psychology of staying comfortable. The hidden fear. Why you choose comfort over courage. You don't choose comfort because you're lazy. You choose it because you're scared. Fear is the architect of comfort. It builds walls that look like protection but act like prisons. You tell yourself you're being careful, patient, wise, but what you're really doing is avoiding the unknown. Fear makes you mistake hesitation for planning. It tells you that safety is smart, but safety without purpose is just slow death. The truth is, every time you choose comfort over courage, you feed fear a little more power. Courage doesn't mean you don't feel afraid. It means you move anyway. Fear of failure. When protection becomes a prison, you say you're protecting yourself from failure. But what if that protection is your prison? Every time you hold back to avoid pain, you build walls higher around yourself. You say, I'll try when I'm ready. But you're not waiting for readiness.
You're waiting for certainty and that never comes. You've built a soft cage out of your own excuses. It's warm, familiar, safe, but it keeps you small. You think you're avoiding pain, but you're actually choosing it. Just a slower kind. The pain of never knowing what could have been. Failure isn't the enemy. Staying the same is fear of judgment. The silent killer of potential. You want to know what stops most people. It's not lack of skill. It's the fear of being seen. The fear of being judged, misunderstood, or laughed at. So they hide behind comfort, behind silence, behind "I'm fine." You play small because invisibility feels safe. But being unseen doesn't protect you. It erases the people who rise, who make impact, who change things. They're the ones who risk looking foolish. You can't build something meaningful while trying to please everyone. Let them talk. Let them watch. What matters is that you move. Fear of uncertainty. The illusion of control. Comfort gives you predictability. Same routines. Same results. Same quiet life. It feels safe because you know what to expect. But that's not control. That's limitation. Life isn't meant to be lived on repeat. The mind loves patterns. Even if those patterns are cages. You've built a loop that feels like peace, but it's really just a delay. The unknown is scary. Yes. But that's where growth hides. You can't discover what you're made of if you never step into something you can't predict. Control doesn't come from safety. It comes from strength. The truth beneath it all. You don't fear failure. You fear change. You say you fear failure, but you don't. You fear change. You fear what happens when the old version of you starts to fade. You fear losing the identity that's comfortable. The one that doesn't take risks, doesn't get judged, doesn't get hurt. But let me remind you, change is the price of growth. You can't outgrow what you keep protecting. Every breakthrough requires you to let go of who you were. Stop trying to feel ready. You'll never feel ready. You just have to decide. The mirror moment, breaking the cycle of mental comfort. So look in the mirror. Be honest. Are you truly at peace? Or just comfortably numb? You know the answer. Comfort has kept you still long enough. It's time to step into the unknown. Not because it's easy, but because it's real. Fear will always whisper, but courage must speak louder. Your next chapter doesn't start when you're fearless. It starts when you move afraid. What comfort steals from you. The silent thief. How comfort robs you without you noticing. We all crave comfort. After long days, after battles with the world, after failure, comfort feels like relief. It feels like safety. But here's the truth. While comfort feels like it's giving, it's quietly taking. It steals your fire in silence. It robs your drive while telling you it's protecting your peace. You don't notice it because it doesn't shout. It whispers. It doesn't take everything at once. It takes small pieces over time. Your hunger, your courage, your spark. It feels safe, but it's the kind of safety that makes you soft. You don't even realize how much it's stolen until one day you wake up and wonder, when did I stop fighting for more? The false promise. Comfort takes more than it gives. Comfort lies to you. It promises rest, but delivers regret. It promises peace, but creates emptiness. You think you're gaining something, relief, maybe a moment of ease, but comfort never gives back what it takes. Every time you choose it, you lose a little more of your edge, a little more of your energy, a little more of your drive. You don't feel it at first. It's quiet theft, but it adds up. That spark that once made you curious, brave and hungry, starts to fade. You don't lose it in one moment. You lose it in hundreds of small ones. The times you said, I'll do it tomorrow. Comfort doesn't keep you safe. It just keeps you small. The death of drive. When hunger dies before it's born. Every dream begins as hunger, a desire to reach higher, do better, become more. But comfort kills that hunger before it even has a chance to grow. You tell yourself, I'll start when I'm ready. You hit snooze. Instead of rising, you skip the gym, skip the book, skip the challenge. You numb yourself with distractions that give quick satisfaction, but leave you empty. And with every, I'll do it later, that hunger dies a little more. Comfort doesn't crush ambition violently. It starves it slowly. It feeds you enough to feel okay, but never enough to make you alive. If you don't protect your hunger, comfort will destroy it long before your fear ever gets the chance. The ghost of potential. The person you could have been. Picture this. A man wakes up every day, goes to work, comes home, scrolls through his phone and says, I'm fine. He's not miserable, but he's not alive either. He once had ideas, goals, maybe even a dream, but comfort came quietly, day after day, and said, you don't need to try so hard. You're doing enough. Years pass, the dream fades, the fire cools. One day he looks in the mirror and sees a stranger staring back. Not the person he was, but the person he settled for. That's what comfort steals most brutally. Not your time, not your effort, but your potential. You never find out who you could have been because comfort convinced you to stop looking. The lie of time, how comfort wastes years while you feel fine. You think you have time. You think you can wait until next week, next month, next year. But comfort doesn't just waste days. It wastes decades. It numbs you while the clock keeps ticking. You feel fine, but fine is just the quiet death of purpose. Every day you delay, time takes its payment. You tell yourself you'll chase your dream when things settle down, but things never do. Comfort always finds another reason to keep you still. Before you know it, you look back and realize, life didn't wait for you. Comfort made sure you missed it. The cowards whisper. Comfort calls fear wisdom. Comfort has a clever voice. It doesn't call itself fear. It calls itself wisdom. Be careful. It says, don't take risks, play it safe, and you believe it. You think you're being smart, but you're just being scared. Comfort hides behind logic, behind caution, behind excuses that sound reasonable, but are really just fear in disguise. It's not the right time. I'm not ready. I need to think it through. No, you're stalling. Comfort tells you to wait until you feel brave, but courage doesn't show up before the fight. It shows up in it. Don't let fear wear the mask of wisdom. Playing safe is still playing small.